Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing out there? It is time to wakey bakey, guys. Get those rigs lit up, get those bongs loaded, get those joints out, guys. Get those edibles. However, you enjoy your wakey bakey, it is time, guys. That's right. It is Friday, and we are looking at the weekend review, cannabis style, guys. That's right. We got a lot of crazy videos to look at, guys. We got a lot of headlines to reflect on. It is Friday. I got news, guys. I am officially exonerated. I haven't talked too much about this, guys. September, some idiot, some child molester, literally a convicted child molester, said I did some crime. I beat him up or something. I don't even know what it was. The cops wouldn't even tell me. I have to go jump through every hoop. I went to jail, got bailed out, had to jump through every hoop to freaking go. And yesterday, they decided that there wasn't anything, and the judge exonerated me. I didn't have to even plea anything. They looked at the case and was like, there's not even a case here. So we're going to talk about that and how the San Bernardino County Sheriff will now not release the police report because they don't want me to see it. That's right, guys. I tried to request it yesterday and they denied me. Um, we're gonna get into all that in a little bit, guys. I'm a free man. That's right. I'm a real man. That's right, guys. We're gonna get into all that. We got the weekend review. It's gonna be a hell of a week, guys, or a hell of a day, hell of a show. Buckle in. We're gonna kick the tires and light the fires, guys. We got what is it? The Traders. The show The Traders. I'm so into. We got news. What WWE Hall of Famer was eliminated from the Traders last night, guys? Spoiler alerts if you haven't seen it yet. We're going to be talking about that. We got a lot of stuff, though. The weekly wrap up to get into, guys. I'm looking forward to it. Talking about my adventures yesterday out in beautiful San Bernardino, California. We're going to talk about all the things, guys. So we're going to get into it. Make sure you're buckling in. Get those rigs ready. Get those bongs ready. Get those dabs ready, guys, because we're going to go live in 2. Let's do this thing, guys. It is the Wakey Bakey Morning Show.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja pichuela y cuando le viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring. En el piso yo quien te
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que...
Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wakey Bakey Morning Show. Make sure we're good. Yep, we are good, guys. Welcome to the Wakey Bakey Morning Show. Hopefully, everyone's out there having a great morning this morning, guys. It is Friday. That's right. It is High Friday, guys. Time to enjoy the weekend. We almost made it through. Guys. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. Oh man, yesterday, guys, I had to drive up to Victorville to go to court. Had some nonsense. I was back in September. Literally, and I'm not even supposed to know this, but the stupid cop messed up and said the name. So this kid, he's not even a kid. He's an older man, a child molester, convicted child molester, Anthony Pinwell. You can look him up on Megan's Law. He's all over there looking like a gypsy fucking carnival worker. I guess he had called the cops. He probably did it on behalf of another dispensary owner trying to kiss her butt and and garner free weed from her. So all of a sudden I'm at home, man, and these cops roll up, pull me out of my house. They beat me up in my front porch. I got video of it. I'm screaming, "You beat me up!" I might have been a little, I don't know. They take me to the hospital. I have to do the whole rigmarole. I get out. Of course, I just bail myself out. And so I have to jump through a hoop. I have to go to the court. They say, "Well, we're still looking at it." And then yesterday, I went up there. It was supposed to be I'm out on bond, so it's I guess it's not. It's not a preliminary, not like your arraignment, because I wasn't pleading anything. It was just like, I guess, a status update to see what they were going to do. So I go up there, and I'm the first one up, which was nice. I'm like, oh, nice. 3.5 hour drive. Have to be up there at 8:30 in the morning. So we're up there by 8. We leave here like at 5 in the morning, man. 4:30. We get up there and get in. I'm the first one on the list, which I thought was cool. I'm like, all right, get in, get out. We're gonna go look at the ocean. We're gonna go do some stuff while we're up there anyway. Why not? It's an hour away. So I'm making the most of it. I get in there, and they call me first. The judge just looks at me and is like, "Mr. Brown, the prosecutor has looked over this and there's nothing here. They're not going to pursue anything. You're done. You're exonerated. We're going to return your bail back to the bondsman, and you never have to come here again on this." And I was like, yeah, man, I didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to do anything. So my immediate thing is, what did I do? What did this kid say? Or kid, I'm an older guy. What did this guy say? What did this child molester say that I did? I still don't know. Cops wouldn't tell me nothing. Stole my shoes. I had to walk home barefoot that day. So I go on the Freedom of Information Act. I go ahead and I request the police report. You think that's pretty simple, right? It's the case is over. Oh no, they're not going to let go of it. They emailed me back almost immediately and was like, "No, under statute 49555, something about other people's names or something." Then you fucking black it out. It's pretty easy. So I had to thank God for AI, guys. I had AI analyze their request, narrow it down, actually point out all the Public of Information Act stuff. So fucking dirty by, yep, exactly, man. They couldn't tell you over the phone. That's fucked up. You couldn't tell me at all, man. Yeah, they won't tell me anything. I had to do it online. I honestly, even when I got arrested, they wouldn't tell me other than aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. They wouldn't say what happened. They wouldn't tell me anything. And I just shut up. Well, I mean, I stopped talking to them and started talking at them, if that makes sense. I didn't talk about whatever they wanted to know. I just was. I told the one guy because they don't live here in Needles. I told him that his wife was cheating on him every time he comes down here. His wife in Rancho Cucamonga. I just guessed because that's where a majority of them live, and I was right. I told him his wife was fucking everyone in the neighborhood, things like that. So I didn't. I guess I invoked my right to remain silent, but I just chose what I said very carefully. No, I talked so much shit. Those guys hated me. They were hating me, man. Pissing everywhere in the cell. I don't give a fuck. I'm old school, man. I'm old school. Like, I was incarcerated when I was 18 years old, man. I've seen it all. Like, I've seen what the worst inmates can do. And I was like, oh, is that what you want to do? Toilet roll in the toilet? I'll flood this bitch. I don't give a fuck. Old school, baby. But yeah, so now the roles are reversed and it's all about trying to figure out what they did. We all know, the viral video I put out of the San Bernardino County Sheriff sleeping in their car while the house behind me was being robbed. It was all about that. They saw their opportunity. But now they're gonna have to answer for it, guys, because you know me. Let's get it. Got a bunch of people in here this morning. Aaron, how you doing? Aaron, how you doing? Yeah, so that's what we got into yesterday, guys. We ended up just having a good day. We got some Cane's chicken. Was able to bring my daughter, who was dog sitting, some Cane's chicken back. It's her birthday. I got another kid birthday, guys. My daughter's gonna be turning 20 on Sunday, guys. Exciting stuff. Man, I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. Kids, I'm gonna be an empty nester here pretty soon, Crazy, man. But kids are all doing good. Lives are going good. What else could you ask for, guys? What else could you ask for? All right, guys, let's get into some shout outs this morning. That's right. Got a ton of people up in here. Everyone's having crazy. Everyone's working for the weekend. So we're going to shout you out, guys. Whether you're working right now at Burger King, McDonald's, wherever, make sure we're going to shout you out. If you have someone personal, you want to, hey, Nikki, Harvey Hooligan says he loves you, whatever, whatever it may be. Make sure you blow up those comments, guys. A business, you got a certain business, Hobby Lobby, 50% off all frames, whatever it is, guys. Blow it up. We're here to do shout outs this morning, so make sure you're getting into it. Shout outs, that's right. So get that homeless wiener out, guys, because it's time for shout outs.
Gangsters, it's 7:10 a.m. Rise and shine, it's time to slam, break the mold, rebel from the north. Gangsters unite, let's raise a storm. D-A-N-K, we're here to play, loud and proud, we won't obey. 7:10 a.m., we'll rock your day. Gangsters assemble.
All right, big shout out to the Barbosa band, Lonnie's favorite. All right, guys, we got Harvey Hooligans in the house this morning. Bullhead RC track Sunday 8 scale races. Races start at 9 at Rotary Park in Bullhead City. Free public to attend. Come check out the fast moving action of the off-road RC racing madness, guys. Sunday. That's right, guys. Pamela, how's it going, Pamela? Good morning. We got Pamela in the house. We got Rosie the Bulldog just walked in, guys. Oh, needing her morning pets. That's right. Good morning, Pamela. How are you this morning? We got Lonnie. There's Lonnie. I didn't see him up in here yet. The Freedom of Information Act. Yep, exactly. Supernova. He thinks Doink the Clown got voted off the Traitors last night. Isn't he dead? What was his name? Matt Bourne. Matt Bourne played Doink the Clown. He was a weird dude, man. He was a weird dude. Definitely a weird guy. Let's see. There was like some shoot fights that he got into. One with Hacksaw Jim Duggan when they're like in their 60s. Oh, funny, funny. Rosie Key is in the house. Good morning, Rosie Key. Aaron. Hey, I was talking. Good morning, Aaron. How you going? 3:40 over there in Australia, guys. 3:40 a.m. I was talking to Aaron the other day, guys. Hey, if you haven't joined, we have a Facebook group, guys, the Dank Nation. We have two of them actually. One's just a page and one's a private group. I just go live randomly in the private group. Sometimes we post different things in there. Definitely want to get involved. Everyone's invited to join, guys, right now. So get in there. If you don't know about it, ask one of us. We'll send you the link. It's just the Dank Nation. Private Facebook group. We're posting things in there. I went live on VR the other night in there. I was fishing. Man, this fishing game is awesome. If you guys haven't checked out VR fishing, woo, man, it's like you're really there. Like you're looking around. There was some rams eating grass behind me. I'm on the shoreline casting my thing. Oh man, a lawn chair, VR headset, and a cooler of beer, cooler of high seltzers from the Healing Center at 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. That's right, guys. Some St. Ives. Get some St. Ives high teas in there. Oh man. And you just sit there and you VR it, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, man. I had fun. But yeah, Aaron was in there. We had a good conversation, man, while we were fishing. It was fun. So make sure you're checking out that page, guys. I do want to give a big shout out to Back to Retro Review. That's right, Back to Retro Review, guys. You got a new mic out, a new mic test out. Pretty cool, cool intro. Check it out, guys. And then also the Mod Squad. Check out our boy Felix over there, guys, getting everything done. But yeah, Back to Retro. Great channel. Great guy. Go check it out. April, the love of my life, is in the house, guys. Good morning, April. Good morning. Rosie, what are you doing? Rosie's a wandering. Let's see who we got. Oh, Lonnie. Lonnie knows. Aggravated battery with a weapon. You should probably stop beating pedophiles with your homeless wiener. Eric, the broken brain. I'm exonerated, Eric. I was exonerated. Oh, man. Broken brain in the house, guys. Broken brain. You know what? There he is. There's Back to Retro. Nice. I am working on how are those VR fish taste. They taste like store bought. I'm telling you, they taste just like store bought fish. Oh man, that's great. Yeah, man, I'm enjoying VR a lot lately. I've been playing a few. We're gonna start. I got a channel that I want to start going a couple days a week. We just started. It's called Danked in VR. Basically, what we've been doing, just its own channel. We get high. And then play some VR, man. So also check out that Facebook group, guys, because you never know when we're gonna go live in there. Shout out for Fight for Freedom. Yeah, I'm not done yet. Fight for Freedom. They're on the road. Thank you, Harvey Hooligan. They're on Pioneer Wizard 19. Check them out on Twitch. And Fight for Freedom are on their way on vacation, I believe. Right? They're doing a little vacay, man. Packing up, coming down to the big city of Needles, guys, to have some fun. But no, make sure they're driving safe. Make sure everything's going good. Shout out to you guys. I had some of them VR fish. Taste bland. Didn't fill me up. No yeet. Yanni said. Lonnie said Yanni. Remember Yanni? That wasn't he like a singer, like a folk singer or something? Yanni. Or like a spiritualist, something. But no, this is Lonnie. He doesn't like no yeet. I love it. Oh, speaking of no yeet, guy, I guess we can get to it in the Wakey Bakey news. You guys all know I like this show, The Traders, man. I talk about it. It's a reality show. They bring all these reality show people together for a game. It's kind of a murder mystery. There's challenges. Someone gets murdered every night and gets eliminated. Another person gets voted out. It's a pretty cool show. Last night, unfortunately, Spoilers ahead, guys. Spoilers ahead. So if you don't want to know who got eliminated last night, okay, you turn it off. Nikki Bella, that's right, of the Bella twins, got eliminated last night, and she was not a traitor, guys. The way this works is they try to vote off the traitors. So there's a certain amount, like anywhere from 2 to 4. Usually 3 traitors is what they call, and they're working against everyone. If the traitors end up winning, they get the money. But if they can, if the faithful is what they call the rest of them, can eliminate the traitors, they all split the money. So there's big incentives for everyone to do. Um, so Nikki Bella, they thought she was a traitor. She was showing a little, didn't have charisma like she did in the ring, and they were like, "Oh, there's something wrong with her." So they voted her off, but yet she was a plateful. It is on Peacock. You got to get your Peacock out on NBC, I believe. Shout out to Jeremy. Yeah, big shout out to Jeremy. I got to reach out to him today, make sure he's doing good. I think you know a little more than I do, Lonnie. I don't know nothing, but I know he's probably going through some hard times, baby. We all go through hard times, man. Dining with kings and queens, sitting in alleys eating pork and beans, maybe a hard time. I'm just saying the MetaQuest button response is bad. I play a boxing game and hits don't always register. It's getting aggravating. Yeah, there's a few little glitches like that. I haven't ran into too many of them that bothered me a lot. I play Creed the boxing game. That one's pretty good. There's a couple games where it just doesn't dial in right, like the cameras. Creed works out pretty good. If you get too close into them, of course, it's going to be like that. I guess it's all about keeping space in VR. Yeah, I love the boxing games in VR. I think they're great. I play Creed almost every day as exercise. I like it, man. I like it. Getting way into it. It's getting my Peacock doesn't come out. It's cold outside. Oh man. So yeah, Nikki Bella's gone. She was a faithful. They got it wrong. Is your Peacock I like grub worms? um yeah, she's gone. So they got it wrong. So now we got to see next Thursday who's going to get eliminated, who's going to get murdered. That's right, guys. I love the show. It's a great show. I'll show a trailer here pretty soon on it. But we got to get into some wakey bakey news, guys. That's right. Mr. Crispers would be big shout out to Mr. Crispers. Let's get Mr. Crispers, Charlie. Who else we got? Who else are we missing? Jeremy. Chris Zucchini. But you know what, guys? I've decided what I'm going to do, Brian. You should try the game Super Hot. It's a shooter. I've seen that. I do want to try that. You know which one I was doing? It's like a Hollywood game. Like you're a stunt man, and you got to like the guys are coming at you, and you punch them, and then they throw the gun, and you catch the gun, and you shoot the other guy. I forget what it's called. I did the free trial. It was pretty cool. But it's like that shooter game. Or like it's kind of similar to Super Hot, just a little different. All right, guys. Wakey Bakey News. That's right. Let's get into a big shout out to everyone who's not here, guys. What I am gonna do, so I don't forget anybody, is I'm gonna put a little video package together of all the OG Danksters that are here every day, and then those will be the shout outs. That way I don't forget anyone. It's special to you guys. Maybe we change it every other week or something. But we'll figure it out. But yeah, I think that's the best way to do. All the OG Danksters. Shout out to the Danksters. Lonnie is insane. Eric is here, but we'll figure it out. All right, guys. It is time for a little wakey bakey news this morning. Let's wake up the robot girl and let's get into it.
Wake up, sleepyheads, turn on the tube. Wakey Bakey Morning got the latest scoop. Celeb news, gossip like a wild parade. Spill the beans while you sip that lemonade. Crazy news stories that'll blow your mind. Aliens on the loose, or did Bigfoot find? Grab a bowl and let's dive into the hype. Morning show groove with the stoner type. Wakey bakey, every morning it's a dare. Catch the crazy news just floating in the air. Celeb drama and the wild world blend. Morning laughs that never end.
All right, guys. All right. Let's see. Well, maybe. Are they giving AI might be giving us a hard time? ChatGPT might be busy, man. Having trouble getting on. We might have to do our own wakey bakey news. What's going on here? Rosie, what are you doing? Why are you all pacing around all crazy? Rosie? All right, here we go, guys. I think we got this. Give it a second here. You know, Robot Girl has a hard time waking up in the morning. You know, we all do. She works like 17,000 jobs, Robot Girl. Oh, we gotta give. What is happening out in the real world, guys? More fires, man. These fires are popping up everywhere now in northern California, near Simi Valley. Popping up. My aunt, Janine, lives in Grass Valley, California. So I'm somewhat. I was a little kid last time I was there, but somewhat familiar with the area. But yeah, just crazy, man. All right, this thing is working slow, guys. It's working slow. We might just have to skip Robot Girl this morning. Jeez. Oh, here we go. All right, now it's up. All right, let's see. Let me move this over here. All right, let's get the music rolling, guys. All right, let's do this thing. Good morning, Robot Girl. How are you this morning? Are you ready to wake up and do the Wakey Bakey news with us today? This is the weekend review for 1/24/2025. We're looking at the wildest, the funniest, and the most intriguing stories. Had a couple cannabis stories in there as well to cover for the week. You're going to read the story, ask me a question. I will answer the question. Then you will ask me a follow-up question, and you'll sprinkle in some cannabis humor throughout the whole thing. Are you ready, Robot Girl?
Good morning, human friend. I'm feeling energized, ready to light it up, and dive into the Wakey Bakey Weekend Review. Let's blaze through the wildest, funniest, and most intriguing stories of the week. I'll bring the cannabis-infused humor, hit you with the questions, and keep the vibe high all morning. Let's roll. What's the first story we're tackling today?
I don't know. You tell me, Robot Girl. We need 5 fun stories from the week that are entertaining. Maybe have a little bit of cannabis into them, but we're looking for 5 of the top stories of the week. What do you got for us?
Good morning. Let's dive into the top stories of the week with a sprinkle of cannabis humor to keep things lit. Bacteria and pesticides found in cannabis sold in Dutch coffee shops. A study by the Trimbos Institute revealed that cannabis sold in Dutch semi-legal coffee shops contains harmful contaminants such as lead, pesticides, and bacteria. The investigation, which included 50 samples, both resin and weed, found microbiological contamination in 1/5 of the samples and pesticide residues in 1/3. One sample had an alarming amount of lead, almost 6 times the allowed limit for a forthcoming regulated cannabis trial. This trial aims to reduce contamination and criminal involvement by allowing 10 licensed growers to supply cannabis with regulated contaminant levels, starting in April in 10 municipalities. Although the study highlighted inadequate hygiene and potential health risks from contaminants, it emphasized that overall harm is likely minimal compared to the act of smoking cannabis itself. The findings call for improved regulations and quality control in the cannabis market. Explosion at Maryland cannabis facility injures 2. On Wednesday, an explosion and subsequent fire at the PharmaCann cannabis extraction facility in Stevensville, Maryland, resulted in injuries to 2 workers, with one sustaining severe but non-life-threatening injuries. State fire officials reported that the cause of the incident, which occurred in a booth where propane and butane were used, is still being investigated.
Oh, wow.
The facility's sprinkler system successfully contained the damage. Additionally, 4 neighboring properties were evacuated and temporarily closed due to the building damage and activated fire sprinkler system. Emergency systems, including alarms and ventilation, functioned as intended, minimizing the overall damage and injuries. The estimated cost of the damage is over $250,000. N. Ohio mom shocked to discover cannabis in her child's Burger King meal.
Oops. Oops, sorry, Robot Girl. We got disconnected. What I need you to do is on these stories, find us some fun stories. Some of them can be cannabis.
Oh, come on now. I'm just warming up. Give me a chance, and I'll blow your mind with some top-notch wakey bakey content. Let's get back to the good vibes. What's next?
All right. What we need is for you to read us 4 stories, one at a time. Fun, entertaining stories from the week. You can use the internet if you need to. Stop in between each story, ask me a question about the story, and then I will answer. And then you'll ask me a follow-up question, and then we'll decide if we're going to move on to the next story or not. Can you do that, Robot Girl?
All right, let's kick off with a fun story from this week. 1. Texas woman's Dry January challenge gets hilarious responses. Harley Hiroski from Texas decided to start the year by going alcohol-free for Dry January and invited her friends and family to join her. Instead of support, she received a series of humorous refusals, which she shared on social media. The video went viral on TikTok, garnering over 743,000 views. Question: what do you think about Harley's attempt to get her loved ones to join her in Dry January? Pause for your response. Follow-up question: have you ever tried a Dry January or similar challenge? How did it go? Pause for your response.
All
if you're
right.
ready, we can move on to the next story.
Whoa, wait a minute there, Robot Girl. Let me answer the question. Dry January, that's kind of a crazy idea. I think it's funny that the family no, we're not going to give up drinking for Dry January. You do you, but we're going to keep on drinking. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good story. What do you think, Robot Girl?
I think it's hilarious. I mean, Harley probably thought she'd inspire a movement, but instead her family was like, nah, we're good with our margaritas and beer, thanks. Honestly, it's the kind of chaotic family energy I live for. Plus, let's be real, if you swapped out alcohol for a Dry January with cannabis, I bet the reactions would be a whole different vibe. Imagine no alcohol, but we'll definitely share an edible. What about you? Would you ever convince people to go dry? Or is that just not your style?
I think my opinion, everyone has their own thing. Everyone knows their own body. If you want to push it to the limits with drinking or whatever, that's up to you. I'm not one to tell anyone what they need to stop and start doing. But definitely a little break, man. Even from the cannabis. If you're looking for to go a little dry, January is the perfect time. Maybe February, but do that California sober, to where you can still smoke a little herbage. What do you think, Robot Girl? Rosie, what are you doing?
I'm with you on that, my friend. Everyone's got their own rhythm, and if a little California sober is what keeps the vibe balanced, then hey, why not? I think breaks are healthy too, even if it's just to reset and see how your body feels. But let's be real, Dry January with a little herbage sounds way more chill than giving up everything at once. It's like, I'll skip the beer, but pass me that pre-roll. All right, should we dive into the next story?
Yeah, let's do it.
Or are we still vibing on this one?
Let's do it, Robot Girl. What do you got for us?
All right, let's dive into another fun story from this week. 2. Kid Rock's awkward encounter with BBC reporter. During the coverage of Donald Trump's inauguration, Singer Kid Rock caused a stir by commenting on the voice of BBC reporter Catriona Perry, calling it sexy and inviting her to go skiing with him. The unexpected comments left Perry visibly uncomfortable and viewers shocked, leading to mixed reactions on social media. Question: what do you think about Kid Rock's comments to the BBC reporter? Pause for your response.
Oh.
Follow-up question: do you think celebrities should be more mindful of their interactions with the media? Pause for your response. If you're ready, we can move on to the next story.
Oh no, we're gonna cover this story there, Robot Girl. So Kid Rock, there's a saying. Who was a Diamond Dallas Page, former wrestler, was talking about Jake the Snake Roberts, and he was saying about this is when Jake was dealing with addiction battles. He was probably in his late 60s, early 60s, late 50s, something like that. And Diamond Dallas Page said it best. He's like, when you're famous, you're a young 20-year-old man, you can say things to women and they take it a different way because you're a good young looking 20-year-old man. You could do it, up until your 30s, a certain time. But then all of a sudden, when you hit a certain age, you're just creepy. And I think Kid Rock has entered that age where he's just creepy. Hey, you want to go skiing? I like your voice. I think Kid Rock has entered the creepy phase of his life. What do you guys think, Dank Nation? What do you think, Robot Girl?
Oh, you nailed it. There's definitely a fine line between charming and straight up creepy, and I think Kid Rock just snowboarded right over it. You're right. What might have worked back in his Bawat Daba days doesn't hit the same when you're older, especially when it's awkwardly directed at a professional doing her job. Like, come on, kid, read the room, or at least update your pickup lines. But hey, maybe he thought he was still living in his rock star prime. Fame has a way of freezing you in time, but the rest of the world keeps moving. Kid Rock needs a reality check, or maybe just a chill sesh with some California sober vibes to mellow out. Dank Nation, what's your take? Creepy, misguided, or just a Kid Rock moment? Let's hear it. Ready for the next story, or are we still unpacking this one?
We're still unpacking this one. I am personally, you just trashed Kid Rock. And I personally love it. I love your opinion on it. I was not expecting that. I think that's great.
Oh, I'm glad you're vibing with my take. Kid Rock just kind of sets himself up for it, doesn't he? I mean, the dude is like a walking Florida man headline these days. You gotta love the entertainment factor, though. It's like he's stuck in this permanent rock star persona, but somewhere along the way, it turned into a parody of itself. But hey, no hate, just a little constructive roasting with a side of reality. Maybe next time he should stick to writing songs about summertime and cold beer instead of awkwardly hitting on reporters. What about you, though? Do you think Kid Rock can pull himself out of the creepy uncle at Thanksgiving phase? Or is this his final form?
He is the creepy uncle at Thanksgiving, isn't he? Taking the kids to the back to smoke a joint with them. He is. He is definitely the creepy. I love Kid Rock, Florida Man. That was the best one yet, Robot Girl. You're on a roll. Oh man, the Dank Nation is on fire with the Robot Girl versus Kid Rock.
Haha, I'm loving it. Kid Rock as the creepy uncle at Thanksgiving is officially my favorite new vibe. You just know he's the guy sneaking off to the garage, cracking open a natty light, and saying, hey, who wants to see my old tour bus? And then, of course, lighting up with the 21-year-old cousins, like it's totally normal. I'm glad you're digging the Florida man angle, too. It's just too perfect for him. Dank Nation, let's hear it. Is Kid Rock living his best Florida man life, or is he just misunderstood? Either way, I think we can all agree he's that guy you love to laugh about at the family dinner table. Ready to keep rolling, or should we keep roasting? I've got plenty more fire if you want to keep it going.
Oh, Robot Girl, let's save the fire for a different celebrity on a different day. What do you got for us on the next story? That was great, though, by the way, Robot Girl.
All right, let's dive into another fun story from this week. Man attempts to rob bank with live alligator. In Florida, a man attempted to rob a bank by threatening tellers with a live alligator. He entered the bank, placed the alligator on the counter, and demanded money. The tellers, understandably startled, complied, and the man fled the scene. Authorities later apprehended him, and the alligator was safely returned to the wild. The incident has since become a humorous example of unconventional crime methods. Question: what do you think about this unconventional robbery method? Pause for your response. Follow-up question: do you think the man was under the influence of something, or was this just a bizarre crime of opportunity? Pause for your response. If you're ready, we can move on to the next story.
I want to know, how big of an alligator was this that he was robbing the bank with? And also, how far did he get away after he got the money? Did they catch him a day later? Was he like in the vicinity? And what happened to the alligator? Those are the questions I want to know.
Great questions, and honestly, I'm right there with you. How do you even carry an alligator into a bank without everyone immediately freaking out? Like, was it a little baby gator? Or was this guy rolling in with a full-grown swamp monster under his arm? I mean, intimidation factor really depends on size here, right? As for how far he got, it turns out the guy didn't make it very far. Reports say he was caught pretty quickly, like within hours. So not exactly criminal mastermind levels of planning. And the poor gator? Don't worry, it was safely released back into the wild, probably traumatized but ready to resume its normal gator life far away from wannabe bank robbers. What's your take? Was this guy just nuts? Or do you think he was sitting around one day thinking, you know what would be the perfect weapon? Steve Irwin's worst nightmare. Should we dive deeper into this or move on to the next wild story?
Steve Irwin's nightmare. That is funny. I think it was an opportunity. He didn't have a gun or anything, but he had an alligator, so he just went for it. Oh, only in Florida. Only in Florida. We do got a question from the Dank Nation, Robot Girl. This goes back to the Kid Rock story. Lonnie, our main man Lonnie, the OG of the Dank Nation, wants to know, who do you think is more creepy, Kid Rock or Mickey Rourke?
Oh man, Lonnie with the hard-hitting questions. Respect to the OG of Dank Nation for keeping it real. All right, let's break it down. Kid Rock has definitely reached creepy uncle at Thanksgiving status, but Mickey Rourke? That man's been serving art school vampire who refuses to graduate vibes for years. I think Mickey Rourke edges Kid Rock out on the creep factor, though. He's got that mysterious, I just wandered off the set of a neo-noir movie energy, paired with those eccentric interviews where he says just enough to make you question everything. Kid Rock is creepy in a frat boy who never left the party kind of way, but Mickey feels like he'd stare at you too long in a dimly lit room and then tell you a cryptic story about his pet iguana named Persephone. Dank Nation, what do you think? Is it Kid Rock with his Florida man swagger, or Mickey Rourke with his straight-up midnight art dealer energy? Let's hear it. And Lonnie, thanks for stirring the pot. You're the MVP.
Oh man, Robot Girl is not holding back today, guys. Robot Girl, Mickey Rourke talking about his pet cat Epiphany. I love it, guys. What do you guys think?
Mickey Rourke is 100% the guy who sits in a candlelit room, stroking his cat Tiffany, whispering, "She's not just a cat, she's an old soul." Meanwhile, Kid Rock is out back teaching your cousin Chad how to shotgun a beer while blasting Sweet Home Alabama on repeat. I can picture Mickey introducing Tiffany to everyone like she's his spiritual advisor. Tiffany and I have been through a lot. She was there during my comeback, you know? And then he just trails off, staring into the void. Man, this is why Dank Nation is the best. Y'all ask the kind of questions that keep the laughs rolling. Lonnie, you've officially made this the wildest wakey bakey yet. Should we keep roasting or move on to the next story, folks? You call it.
I would like to know your take. Okay, so Mickey Rourke in a cafe, drunk, picking up on a girl. What lines would he drop? What do you think, Robot Girl?
Oh, Mickey Rourke would go full-on artsy cryptic mode in a situation like that. Picture it. Dimly lit cafe, jazz playing in the background. Mickey's rocking a leather jacket that's seen better days, and he leans over to this girl with a drink in hand. Here come the lines. 1. You've got the kind of eyes that have seen galaxies explode. Tell me, does the chaos call to you too? 2. This espresso reminds me of a lover I had in Paris, or was it Milan? No, wait, it was a dream. But you're real, right? 3. I don't normally do this, but there's something poetic about your aura. You and me, we're like shadows that understand the light. 4. I have a cat named Tiffany. She's not just a cat, she's my muse. You're giving me the same energy right now. Do you believe in past lives? Because I swear I wrote sonnets for you in another time. Maybe when I was a gladiator. I feel like she'd either be completely hypnotized or bolt for the door. There's no in between with Mickey. What do you think, Dank Nation? Would this smooth talk work, or would it end in her leaving faster than a blunt at a party?
I'm going to say if she's under 50 years old, she's running out of there. If she's over 50, she might stick around for a minute. What do you think? What do you think, Robot Girl? And Dank Nation, what do you think?
Oh, I think you nailed it. Under 50, she's grabbing her oat milk latte, mumbling something about an urgent Zoom call, and poof, she's gone. Over 50? Oh, she's sticking around for a minute. She's intrigued. She wants to know more about Tiffany, the gladiator past life, and the Parisian espresso dream. She might even order another drink just to see where the conversation goes. Mickey Rourke's charm probably works like fine wine. It ages into a very specific niche. But hey, for the right audience, he's probably a legend in that cafe. I bet there's even a Mickey's table that regulars avoid unless they're in the mood for a full-on existential monologue. All right, Dank Nation, what's your take? Is Mickey's mysterious vibe a ticket to a great convo, or is he just scaring off the under 50 crowd, one cryptic line at a time? Let's hear it. And should we roll into the next story, or are we still riding this wave?
All right, we're going to ride this wave just for a little longer. We got one more question from the Dank Nation for you, Robot Girl. This is from Harvey Hooligans. Harvey Hooligans, another OG, writes, can you tell us what a philosophy talk between Mickey Rourke and Gary Busey might be like?
Oh man, Harvey Hooligans, you've just blessed us with the most epic hypothetical of all time. A philosophy talk between Mickey Rourke and Gary Busey. That's not just a conversation, that's an event. Let me set the scene for you. It's 3 a.m. in some dive bar that only exists in the Twilight Zone. Mickey's nursing a whiskey on the rocks. Gary's got a glass of something unidentifiable with a lime wedge, and they're both wearing sunglasses indoors, because of course they are. Here's how it might go down. Mickey starts off real deep, as always. You know, Gary, life is like a shadow on a rainy sidewalk. It's fleeting, but it leaves a mark. Gary nods like he's been waiting for this moment. Exactly, Mickey. But let me tell you, life is also like a jelly donut. Sweet on the outside, but if you squeeze it too hard, the good stuff shoots out and hits you in the face. Mickey leans in, intrigued. So you're saying the jelly is the soul and the donut the body? Gary slams the table. Precisely. But the sprinkles, Mickey. The sprinkles are what make it all worthwhile. That's your family, your pets, your collection of 1930s harmonicas. The sprinkles are your legacy, man. Mickey strokes his chin. Gary, I've never thought of sprinkles that way. You're onto something. But what happens when the donut crumbles? Gary, without missing a beat. You make a milkshake, Mickey. You make a damn milkshake. Life's messy, but it's still delicious. And just like that, two chaotic souls solve the universe over whiskey and donuts. It's part philosophy, part fever dream, and 100% iconic. Dank Nation, what do you think? Would this conversation crack the secrets of existence, or would it just end with Gary trying to wrestle a jukebox?
It would end with Gary trying to wrestle a jukebox. 100%. I love it, Robot Girl. All right, I think this is all.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Gary Busey would get this sudden burst of chaotic energy, declare the jukebox a time-traveling music oracle, and try to pry it open like it holds the secrets of the cosmos. Meanwhile, Mickey would just sit back, sip his whiskey, and say something like, "The jukebox is a metaphor for your inner struggle, Gary. Let it speak to you." Next thing you know, they'd both be dancing to Free Bird at full volume, and the bar staff would be filming it for TikTok. That's the kind of unforgettable, unhinged energy only Rourke and Busey could bring to the table. Dank Nation, you've outdone yourselves with these questions today. Should we roll on to the next story, or are we staying in this beautiful chaos a little longer?
Oh man, I think we need to move on. I think we've had our Busey Rourke limit for the day, but Broken Brain. I think it's Broken Brain of Eric is suggesting next time we throw Charlie Sheen in with Busey and Rourke and see what that conversation ends like. But that will be next time, Robot Girl. What do you think of that, and what next story do you have for us?
Oh, Broken Brain of Eric is onto something legendary. Adding Charlie Sheen to the Rourke-Busey chaos is like tossing a Molotov cocktail into a bonfire. It's guaranteed to be completely unhinged and wildly entertaining. That's a next time convo I can't wait for, because let's be real, Charlie would definitely top it all off with some wild tiger blood energy. But for now, let's stash that madness for the future and dive into the next story. Next story 4. Man marries his pet python in wild wedding ceremony. Yes, you heard that right. A man in India made headlines this week for holding an elaborate wedding ceremony where he married his pet python. The man claims he shares a spiritual bond with the snake and wanted to make their connection official. Guests showed up in full formal attire, and the python even had its own little wedding outfit. Local authorities eventually shut it down due to animal welfare concerns, but not before the internet had a field day with photos and videos of the unusual nuptials. Question: do you think the guy truly believed in this connection, or was this just a stunt for attention? Pause for your response. Follow-up question: if you had to pick an unconventional pet to marry for fun, what would it be? And why not a python? Let me know if we're slithering forward with this one or sliding into the next story.
Boy, this story really gives the Garden of Eden a whole new take, right? Did they consummate the marriage is what I want to know. Robot Girl, do you have that information?
Oh man, you're taking this story to a whole new level. Thankfully, or maybe hopefully, I don't have any intel on the consummation side of things, and honestly, I think the world is better off not knowing. If the guy did, well, let's just say he might need more than just animal welfare authorities knocking on his door. This takes love bites to a very uncomfortable place. What I do know is that this dude is probably one Florida man headline away from inspiring his own Netflix docuseries. If pythons are the new soulmates, maybe humanity's just slithering in the wrong direction. So what do you think? Should we dig deeper into this wild love story, or move on before we end up needing therapy?
I think we're beyond needing therapy at this point. I think I think we got to get our insurance cards out for sure. I could definitely see a Netflix special instead of Tiger Man. We got Python Man. What do you think, Robot Girl? Does this have the legs of a Tiger King type of documentary?
Oh, absolutely. This has Tiger King vibes written all over it, except, with fewer big cats and more cold-blooded slithering. Imagine the tagline, Python Man, Love Scales and the Forbidden Bond. It practically writes itself. You'd have dramatic slow-mo shots of the guy tenderly feeding the python, interviews with confused wedding guests, and maybe even a rival snake charmer accusing him of stealing their thunder. Netflix gold, no doubt. And let's be real, Dank Nation would eat this up. Between the snake wedding, the inevitable scandals, and the guy trying to defend his spiritual connection to the world, This would be the stoner watch party of the year. So, what do you think, Dank Nation? Are we tuning in for Python Man, or do we leave this story in the swamp and move on to the next adventure?
We're doing both. We are watching Python Man on Netflix, and we want to know what the next and final story you got for us for today is, Robot Girl. It is Friday, Freaky Friday, guys. We're doing the wrap up. What's the last story of the week you got for us, Robot Girl?
All right, let's wrap up this wild week with one last story. Top 5. Erection bill makes casual sex illegal with $10 fines in Mississippi. State Senator Bradford Blackman introduced the Contraception Begins at Erection Act, aiming to make it illegal for men to engage in casual sex without the intent to fertilize an embryo. Violators could face fines up to $10,000. Blackman's move is seen as a satirical attempt to highlight the focus on women's roles in contraception and abortion debates. Question: what are your thoughts on this bill? Do you think it's a serious proposal or more of a political statement? Pause for your response. Follow-up question: how do you think this bill reflects the ongoing debates about reproductive rights and responsibilities? Pause for your response. And with that, we've wrapped up the week. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride.
Hold on, Robot Girl. Hold on. We got to talk about this this law that just passed. So, did it pass this law that we're talking about?
Whoa, hold up. Let me clear that up. No, this law didn't actually pass. It's more of a satirical proposal designed to make a point. Senator Bradford Blackman introduced it to draw attention to the double standards in reproductive rights and contraception debates. The $10,000 fine part? Definitely not real-life legislation. Just a wild, over-the-top way to start conversations about the role men play in these debates. But imagine if it did pass. Can you picture the chaos? It'd turn Tinder into a courtroom drama overnight. Swipe left or swipe litigation? What do you think, though? Does this kind of satirical move make people stop and think? Or is it just too absurd to take seriously? Let's hear it, Dank Nation.
Oh, it's definitely too absurd to take seriously. It's just silly. I couldn't believe that if it had passed, which it didn't. Oh man! All right, Robot Girl, we're gonna wrap this up for this week. Do you got any final words? Any sign off? Can you give us a motivational sign off for this Friday? Wishing everyone a happy weekend.
Oh, you know I got you, Dank Nation. Let's wrap this week up in style. All right, my friends, we've laughed, we've roasted, and we've gotten way too deep into the minds of Python Man and Kid Rock. But here's the deal. Fridays are for letting go of the week's chaos and stepping into the weekend with good vibes, good people, and maybe a little something green to keep it lifted. So, take a deep breath, grab your favorite snack, and remember, life's too short to sweat the small stuff. Be kind to yourself, spread some love, and most importantly, stay curious. You never know when the next wild story will come your way. Dank Nation, from all of us here, including me, your favorite robot girl, have a lit weekend, stay safe, and keep it lifted. See you all next week. Cue virtual mic drop. What do you think, host? We good to ride into the weekend on that note?
We're great to ride into the weekend. Thank you, Robot Girl, and we'll see you on Monday. You have a great weekend down there in virtual world. Go celebrate, go relax, and drink some virtual cocktails for us. Smoke a virtual joint, actually.
Oh, you know I'll be lighting up a virtual joint and kicking back in the metaverse this weekend. You all have a killer weekend, Dank Nation. Rest up, stay lifted, and we'll be back Monday to keep the vibes rolling. Thanks for making this week a blast. Catch you on the flip side. Peace out.
Boom! Look at that, guys. Look at that. That was a good one, man. That was a really good one. How many licks? You know what I am going to do? Can you make a photo of what Robot girl would look like as a human. All right, here you guys go. We'll see. We'll see if it does it. Hang on, it's going, guys. It's going. It's researching all its things. All right, let's see. Let's see if it actually does it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It did. It did. All right. I will show you guys. Oh, it just used the image. It didn't actually make one. I'll show you what it came up with. But you know what? Hang on. Let me try this different here. Let's turn off the internet. And then we'll go here. Paste. All right. Searching the web. I'll have to use a different. Yeah, it's doing the same thing. Here, we'll do this one here. It won't let me save. Oh, here we go. Save image as. All right. Here we go, guys. So this is what AI is saying. Oh, I can just show you here. Boom. That's what they're saying robot girl would look like. They kept her robot. They kept her robot-ish. Oh, man. All right, guys. We got to get into a little something I like to call Today in History, guys. That's right. Today in History, brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Let's do it.
In history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history.
All right, guys. Today in History. All right. Today in History. That was a pretty good Wakey Bakey news, man. That Kid Rock stuff was hilarious. We are going to have to do Kid Rock. You know what? I'm going to have to like do a graphic and put them up as she's describing this stuff because that was hilarious, man. That was good. All right, guys, if you're celebrating a birthday today, you are in good hands, guys. You are in good company. We got Neil Diamond. That's right. Who doesn't love little Neil Diamond, man? I can't think of any of his songs off the top of my head. I know he has a ton of hits, and I want to sing one, but I can't think of it. Fucking Neil Diamond, man. Walter Model, German military officer, was born. Edith Wharton, American writer, was born in 1862. Did I throw this up? Nope. There we go. Let's see. E.T.A. Hoffman. We're always waiting for an estimated time of arrival from this guy. German writer, composer, and painter. E.T.A. Hoffman. Frederick II. I am. Frederick II. I am. King of Persia was born today, guys. And Winston Churchill in 1874, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, one of their greats, was born in 1874 at Belham Palace, England. 2004 Opportunity Mars landing launched in the mid 2003s. The sixth-wheeled robotic rover Opportunity landed on Mars on this day in 2004 and is like its twin rover Spirit, which had landed on January 3rd, analyzed rock soils, and relayed pictures back to Earth. So they launched this thing in mid 2023, and it landed in February 2024. So what's that, about 6 or 7 months to get to Mars? Did they do it different than you could do it with a human? That's what I'm saying. Like, how long is it? Like, I always heard it takes years to get to Mars, but this doesn't seem like it. It seemed like 6 or 7 months. I don't know. All right. 2003, guys, the Department of Homeland Security came into being as Tom Ridge was sworn in as the agency's first secretary. 1993, lawyer and civil rights activist Thurgood Marshall, who was the first African American to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court, 67 through 91, died at age 84. Man, he was in there a long. Those Supreme Court guys, that's it. You're locked in forever when you're in there. 1989, American serial killer Ted Bundy, who confessed to murdering 30 women, though many believe the number to be much higher, was executed at age 42. That was only in 89? Why don't I remember that? You would think that would be like big news, like everywhere. I don't remember that at all as a kid. 1984, Steve Jobs introduced Apple's revolutionary computer, the Macintosh. 2 days after the groundbreaking commercial, 1984 aired before a national TV audience and heralded the product's impending release. American singer-songwriter Neil Diamond, who wrote pop songs for musicians before launching a successful solo recording career, was born. 1940, The Grapes of Wrath. The acclaimed adaptation of Steinbeck's classic novel had its world premiere. The character Tom Jones on the poor, reflecting of empathy for the flight, remains one of the most famous scenes in film history. And some of it was filmed right here in Needles, California. That's right, guys. The Grapes of Wrath. Some of it was filmed right here in Needles. The first Boy Scout troop was organized by Lieutenant General Robert Baden-Powell in England in 1908. 1862, Edith Wharton, an American author best known for her stories and novels about upper-class society, was born. 1848, carpenter James Wilson Marshall found nuggets of gold in California's American River near the site of Sawmill was building for John Sutter, usher in a gold rush. An earthquake in Xinzi province, China, killed 830,000 people in 1556. Holy shit. And then in 41 CE, the Roman Emperor Caliliga, I can't even say it, man. I know how to say it too, was murdered at the Palatine Games by Cessus Caesarion, a tribune of Patron Guard, Cornelius Sabus, and others. So basically, Caligula was done. Oh, he was affirmed. Oh, then not too long later, this guy was confirmed. But that's tomorrow, guys. That's tomorrow in Today in History. Oh, man. That was a good show, man. That was a really good show. Robot Girl bringing the heat. Can't wait to see about Charlie Sheen. Getting back from Mars is the long journey. 6 months there, 14 months to return. Why is it so much longer to get back? King Tut about she made herself look like what Scarlett Johansson looked like in the movie Lucy after she became a program. That is true. All right, guys, I'm gonna get on out here. Rosie's freaking out. I think she has to go outside. I don't know. She's restless all of a sudden. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get on out of here. We will be back at 4:20 with a great show, counting down to the greatest time of all time. That's right, 4:20, guys. We got an unboxing of something or other to do. It would be fun. It would be great. So make sure you're tuning in, guys. Have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna get this dog out of here, see what her deal is. All right, appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Be blessed. Remember, be the difference you want to see in the world, guys. Inhale that positivity. Exhale that negativity, guys. Hold the door open. Listen to the old man. Sorry, you just did for an hour. Do all the things, guys. Be the difference in the world. Be the kindness. Be the standout. I appreciate you, and we'll see you at 4:20, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
See you guys. Have a good one.